Hey guys, it's MadCat6655 here, bringing you a leveling guide for playing a Deception Assassin in Star Wars The Old Republic. I've been playing this game off and on for a while, love this class. I've gotten several compliments playing this class from friends and people in the guild and the game. So I started leveling a new one and thought I'd make a video to help newcomers out in playing the Sith Assassin Deception Tree and help you guys try to become better Deception Assassins. So what we're going to talk about first, our first ability you should pick up as a Deception Assassin is Dark Embrace. Now, Dark Embrace, while in stealth mode and for 6 seconds after leaving stealth mode, your force regeneration is increased by either 25 or 50% depending on how many skill points you have in it. Deception Assassins use a lot of force with their abilities, mauls, shocks, you name it, it eats force. So having 50% force regeneration for 6 seconds while coming out of stealth is very nice to have. Second set of talent points you need to throw into this tree is into Duplicity. With Duplicity, oh my god, I moved my mouse. Sorry folks. With Duplicity, direct damage attacks have a 30% chance to grant exploit weakness, which in this video we will call it a maul proc, causing your next maul to deal 30% more damage and cost 75% less force. This effect cannot occur more than once every 15 seconds. Each rank beyond the first reduces this rate limit by 3 seconds. When the maul proc happens, which you have a 30% chance to have it happen, your next maul is going to deal 30% more damage and cost 75% less force. This ability is your bread and butter as a Deception Assassin. Now, this tier 2 is, I end up taking it all because I do like to PvP quite a bit. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Avoidance. It reduces the cooldown of Jolt by 2 seconds, Unbreakable Will by 30 seconds, and Force Speed by 5 seconds. Jolt is one of our interrupts, and reducing the cooldown by 2 seconds is okay, nothing spectacular. Unbreakable Will is our snare proc, or our snare break as I call it, and having that cooldown reduced by 30 seconds can save your life. And then having your force speed cooldown reduced by 5 seconds is also nice. So it's, you know, something I think everybody should take. Now, Recirculation reduces the cooldown of Discharge by 3 seconds. Now, I've heard a lot of people complain about Discharge not doing a lot of damage. Once you get further into the Deception Assassin tree, especially once you get Surging Charges, Discharge ends up becoming a very hard hitting ability. So having the cooldown reduced by 3 seconds is also very nice. I will not try to pronounce this. I've tried and just murdered it so many times. But basically what this skill does is increases your effective stealth level by 3 and your movement speed by 15. That is also very nice to have, especially if you are going to be doing a lot of PvP in the war zones. Having that extra movement speed is very nice. Now the next ability talent we're going to talk about is Dark Swell. Exiting stealth mode now finishes the cooldown. I moved my mouse again, I apologize. Well, actually, let's do this. There we go. Exiting stealth mode now finishes the cooldown of Blackout, and Blackout can now be used out of stealth mode, granting 6 seconds of Dark Embrace and restoring 10 force. While Dark Embrace is active, all damage taken is reduced by 25%. In addition, Force Cloak no longer reduces healing done and received. Dark Swell makes Blackout just, you need it. Hands down, you need it. How can you go wrong with basically coming out of stealth, having 6 seconds of 50% force regeneration increased, and then after that 6 seconds is gone, you use blackout and get another 6 seconds of it and get 10 force back. Also, with having dark swell, dark embrace reduces all damage taken by 25%. So that means the second you pop out of stealth, and if you use blackout after the first dark embrace buff falls off your buff bar, that gives you 12 seconds of 50% increased force regeneration, and you're taking 25% less damage. How can you go wrong with this ability? You can't. Okay, the next talent we're going to talk about is Surging Charge. Surging Charge charges your lightsaber with raw surging force, giving your attacks a 25% chance to deal 78 internal damage, which, as you level, that goes up. Not by much, but it still goes up. This effect cannot occur more than once every 1.5 seconds, requires double-bladed lightsaber, does not break stealth. That's if you activate it while you're in stealth. You think, well, that doesn't sound like a lot, when in all actuality, Surging Charge is, as a Deception Assassin, of course you're only going to have it as a Deception Assassin. If you're running any other Saber Charge, you need to just re-roll, go play a healer, go do something, because Surging Charge is where it's at. And the last talent we're going to talk about is Induction. Induction increases the crit strike damage dealt by Maul by 30%. In addition, Thrash, Assassinate, and Voltaic Slash have a 100% chance, if you have 2 points into it, to grant Induction while Surging Charge is active, reducing the force cost of your next shock by 25%, stacks up to 2 times. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now is my opening rotation as a level 25 Deception Assassin. You will be in stealth. You will open up with Maul. Once you do that, you are going to do 2 Thrashes, which will give you 2 Induction charges. Once you have that, you're almost ready to unleash. What you need to wait for now, if you didn't get it with your 2 Thrashes, is your Exploit, Weakness, or your Maul proc. Once you have that, you need to pop Recklessness. Now, let's close this real quick. Recklessness grants 2 charges, which increases the force crit chance of your direct attack and heals by 60%. And increases the range of Force Lightning by 30%. Or 30 meters, excuse me. Each time a direct force ability critically hits or you activate Force Lightning, you lose 1 charge. And the charges last for 20 seconds. So, to go back to explaining what you have to have on your procs for this to work. You need to have your 2 Induction charges, and then you need to have your Maul proc. Once that happens, pop Recklessness. If you're Biochem and you have a Surge Adrenal, pop it. Because what's going to happen is, and this is what I do, you don't necessarily have to do it in this order or what you open up with after you pop your Recklessness. You can either do Maul first, or you can do Discharge first. I usually do my Discharge first. And once I do Discharge, I start spamming Maul. Because I've noticed that you can hit with Maul, and it doesn't use up your Maul proc. So if it's still there after you do your first Maul, do it again. Now, the reason why I don't have you do your shock first is because once you activate shock, your 2 induction charges are gone. I know people say it doesn't matter because induction has the the passive Maul increase, But for me, it just seems like I hit harder with induction charges up with Maul than I don't. So what you do is you discharge Maul until your Maul proc's gone, and then shock. Now, while you're doing this, watch your Dark Embrace buff, because once Dark Embrace drops off, you need to pop Blackout to keep your force regeneration going, especially with doing the 2 thrashes, doing the discharge. All that stuff is going to eat your force really, really bad. So having Dark Embrace up for 12 seconds is a must. I've done a lot of PvP with this character. I do very well. I'm usually in the top 3 for damage done. I've taken, you know, the most medals, high valor, you name it, and that's just at level 25. I don't even have any of my major abilities like Voltaic Slash, Assassinate, anything like that. I don't have it. But yet at level 25 I can still rock the damage charts, and you know, most people just are dumbfounded by it. Now, I'm sure that other people have their opinions on how to play a Deception Assassin. I would love to hear what you do. Because I'm still trying to figure out the best setups that I can for a Deception Assassin. If you have a suggestion, or you want to tell me how you do yours, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love to hear it. Once again, I thank you for watching my videos. I thank you for, you know, if you give my page a like and a subscription. The more people, the better. I love helping people with this game. So once again, this is MadCat6655 doing a tutorial for playing a level 25 Deception Sith Assassin. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.